should I cop? Sales so dead, it should come in the pine box. Got people waiting in line while mine drops. Now go get your fucking shine box. I rock hardest retards, so fuck that. Ring your bell like an ugly hunchback. Dust that, must get off and bust that. Kiss my ass, bitch, tongue my butt crack. Love graph, wanna go bomb and YS. Slap tags, call that a hobby bias. All kinds of art pouring out me on blast. Got so high, saw God in high res. Can't talk shit about the shit that we done. Shit, where's the tough shit? I don't see none. You run this shit, hold the shit that we run. A shitstorm's coming, Randy, it's a rerun. Matlock buffing on lots of pop. And I came here to fuck hoes and cop and knock. Who's the baddest MC? Knock him out the box. Let me take this cell while I rock the spot. Coke beaters puffing on lots of pop. Hell yeah, we the reason that the block is hot. Who's the baddest MC? Knock him out the box. Buddy, hold this cell while just rock the spot.
Roll up on the scene and be screaming Jesus. Crushing MCs like a fucking reflex. Swimming in the sea of these measly rejects.
How's it going?
Man, it's fucking dream tech. Ain't shit funny when you're hungry and you need this. I made money selling weed at recess. A bad cat ran the streets like a Heathcliff. Hands up, exactly what he
There you go. I didn't lower it, but okay. There.
says. I'm a fiend for the green. I be eating it. Smoking out every week or I see sick. Be your friend if you
Alright, you can drop the link. You guys want to jump on the panel, talk about some boxing. It worked for me. I just tried it right now, Soul Rebel. I just tried it right now. I just tried it a second ago. I tried it before I got on. Make sure to ensure. Last time you said it didn't work, and it worked. A few people got on.
Truth told, I never heard a rap that's whacker. You ain't hardcore cause your hats are backwards. That bitch too fat to be a backup dancer. Fuck around with us, show that's disaster. Get beat with lead pipe, stab with daggers. Make y'all switch routes, that's a transfer. Fuck your music money, that's an answer. We make mincemeat out of battle rappers. This us, you dumber than a
Yeah, my bad.
the master blaster.
Yeah, good weekend of boxing. We appreciate fights. Definitely Matias was the highlight of the weekend. Also, we had the Bottle Jack became the champion. So that was really good. Then we had the Jake Paul, fiasco and crazy
Break it down, roll it up, then let's blaze that. Straight from the fucking days of the Maybach. Bendo, that's facts, roll the tape back. Spit the truth in the booth and they hate
but
that.
try the link, see if it works for anybody else.
Same as the same old, same rap. Hope leaders in the place shit, we had to change that. Fuck always down the box. When I came here to start shit, sell these rocks. Who's the baddest MCs, knock them out off top. Smash the mic out your hands and I rock the spot.
Yeah, but the one thing is, StreamYard you had to pay for. That's why I'm not using it.
Recite the tight shit, you wish you could bite this. Choking off the gods like this. Classified your highness of genocide, bonafide worldwide. To change up the tide of restore majesty to those left behind.
We did see Tyson Fury and Wilder together. And people are like, they're making videos about whether they should be friendly with each other or hugging each other or whatever.
Laying graven images upon walls left paid for those depraved and crave pure skill. Still keep killing them from old Johnny Knoxville to Brazil. Tommy tongue knocking them off the top, say little hills. I'm still not a player, but you're still a big player. Boss player guzzling jizz like them old.
Alright, there you go. You should be able to hear me now. Let me check my mic audio. What's up, the Boxer's Mind? I don't know if I've seen you before. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it before. Okay. How's it going? Yeah. So they're saying they're trying to make it like a drama, like Tyson Fury and Wilder hugging each other, meeting up and being cordial and shit like that. Like I've seen videos talking about that, how all the shit that they were saying before, and now when they see each other, they're supposed to fight each other, beat each other up, like, you know what I'm saying, like on some. Know what I mean? So they're trying to say, like, I guess Wilder forgave Tyson Fury even though he made all these allegations against Fury, and all this shit. I'm like, bro, they're adults. They probably realize the truth. They probably talk behind closed doors. I remember them seeing a post of Tyson Fury talking about Wilder and in a positive note. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, the other way, Wilder talking positive about Tyson Fury. So it's just crazy the shit that they want to make videos of. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing that I don't understand. The boxer's mind is okay if Crawford. So he's being told, and these are the rumors, right? That Spence is going to fight Thurman at 154, and it's not just rumors because it was also backed by Mauricio Suleiman, who said that I guess Spence talked to them, the WBC, and I guess everybody agreed somehow, but somehow it was involved. So if it was just a rumor, how did it get all the way to the WBC and Mauricio Suleiman talking about it? Do you get what I'm saying? So I just think that yeah, he's going to stay busy and fight. You know, so I don't get that. What would be the next possible opponent? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's also getting not only that. There's it's a good incentive, right? You're going to have um, that with a maybe potential, business negotiation or contract with the same team. Then you might as well do it, right? And take advantage of the situation instead of being ordered to fight this guy. Why not negotiate? Because that WBO, if Crawford, we know he's gonna get past Rocha, but anything can happen. But what's it called? And then he fights Virgil Ortiz on the same promotional company. I don't know. That's what up. What up, Hablo? Just chilling. Talking about Crawford. Yeah. Um. But yeah, I think might as well do it now. Stay busy. Get a fight. Get two fights in. Get two fights in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to see. Regardless, like all of this shit, man. All of this back and forth negotiation, contracts, networks. You know, let them. It will sort itself out. But in the meantime, stay busy. Continue to fight. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. What's the next best option, right? You're still fighting top 10. It's not like you're fighting some guy. What up, Ivy? How's it going, broski? Yeah. So it's not the somebody that's not in contention. So if Keith's gonna be going up there, then that eliminates number two, and then so potentially, like, yeah, he could probably fight with Boots, right? But isn't Boots supposed to be on somebody's undercard? I heard they're gonna be putting him on somebody's undercard. Yeah, that's I agree. The Bronx's mind, but I think that the Rocha, get the Rocha out of the way, one fight deal. You know, uh, fulfill your mandatory, then keep it moving, right? But in the meantime, I think he should be stay busy. Then who's he gonna fight? What other possible opponents? You know what I'm saying? And we don't hear anything about Spence fight now. Like, I don't hear any, like, they haven't announced or anything. Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna be busy. So that eliminates him too. So you go to the third, right? If Roach is number three and number one and number two are out of the way, what are you gonna do? Wait until they're done? Make your schedule based on their schedule. So you're chasing them, right? It's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, do it on your time, on your schedule. it's your career. You do what you need to do, right? I agree. I want to see the fight, but man, it's crazy. It's taking a while. So by now he could have scheduled the fight. But yeah, I don't like to talk about that shit. I like to try to talk about the stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this weekend of boxing, Matias versus Ponce, great fight. I put Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury up there because people, even though people will say, "Oh, these guys are not real boxers," shit like that, but every YouTube boxing community was watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever spectacle it was, whatever it was, everybody was watching it. Everybody's making videos of it. People are talking about it in social media. So, and actually, it was a pro fight if you think about it, because Tommy Fury was a pro boxer. So this was closer to a pro fight than it was closer to a exhibition or celebrity type of fight, in my opinion. So don't go quoting me on that. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, it was closer to a real boxing match than it was a celebrity fight. And then we also had what's it called? Bottle Jack versus Makabu. You know what I'm saying? The gymnasium celebrity, the high school gymnasium celebrity got defeated. It was a good fight. I think what's it called? Makabu was starting off really well, really good. Then what's it called? Bottle Jack started, getting his stuff together. I didn't expect that knockout to happen. I didn't really expect that knockout to happen, but it happened. So later on oh, actually I did. My bad, my bad. I actually did. I was thinking, because Bottle Jack looked younger and fresher, stronger. No, he doesn't have one now. We've seen that before. Not You don't necessarily have to have an amateur record in boxing. Like Canelo didn't really have a necessarily amateur record. He started at 15. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how many amateur fights he had, but an extensive amateur record, like like the likes of like Lomachenko, Kovalev, you know what I'm saying, Triple G, guys like that, Andre Ward, they have an extensive amateur record. Sometimes these guys just get in there, you know what I'm saying, start off really early and just get to the pros. So it's a learning on the job process. So, but yeah, we also I think Matias at 140 is going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting. I would like to see the Regis versus Matias. Definitely anybody that wants to. Let's just hope they market him well. Here, I'm trying to get some fights in. Yeah, let me make sure you guys can hear me though. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. But yeah, people's talking about Wilder Fury 4 again. Wouldn't be bad, Wilder was there for a reason. Like I think he was, most likely was talking business. Same thing with we saw other fighters that were there, probably trying to do business with them. So yeah, that'd be good. But yeah, let me drop the link again for you guys. 1 second. Yo, but shout outs to everybody that's here. Haplo, Boxing Mind. I saw Hyphy in here. Where'd you go? Hyphy's right there. Yeah, so I do Hyphy. I do a little bit of what's it called? Boxing talk and boxing video game. There you go. Carl, what up, Carl? Yeah, but honestly, it wasn't that Paul versus Fury fight. It is what it is for their skill level. It wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying. So one thing positive that came out of that is Badu Jack getting another belt in another weight division. So he becomes a 3-weight division champion. So I think that's good. Yeah, but that's one of the things that it's like it's very yeah, it's not really one of those big, recognized divisions. You know what I'm saying? Like the welterweight's always good. Heavyweights, kind of came out of a dark age of the heavyweights. The Klitschko's, put it in a dark age. But yeah, 140 stacked right now. 147 is good. 168 is meh. 175 is very exciting in my opinion. Yeah, so it's gonna be dope. Here, my bad. I keep on trying to start this match. If y'all out there, let me drop the link to the panel. If you guys want to come through, if y'all want to set up some matches, let me know. Here, I got y'all. I thought of this. Man, I wish I had the program to do this, but here, I don't know if you guys can hear this.
The boxer's mind. I am completely lost when comes to the cruiserweight division. Usyk and Holyfield are the only cruiserweights I know about in boxing history. Everything else is fog.
They forgot the ha 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 emoji. But yeah, so we also have the Magsayo fight coming on too. Let me get this. Yeah, I designed that. The banner. Pretty good, huh? There you go. Yeah, but if you guys want to set up a match, let me know. We can get it popping. Does anybody have the game? The Undisputed game? Okay, cool. Yeah, but there's a way like that you can have it automated. So like if you say something, it will read it automatically. The bots will read it. But that's not good in the YTBC boxing community. You're gonna be hearing people talking shit to each other. It gets real toxic real fast. So yeah. So here, let me put this for you guys while I try to set up a match. I'm saying I figured this would help. Trying to report the boxing news to you guys without having to read it. So here we go.
Jack becomes a 2-division champ. Badou Jack hasn't always been the luckiest fighter. Draws in a super middleweight unification with James DeGale and in a challenge of lineal light heavyweight King Adonis Stevenson were evidence of that. The line between what we recognize as the tip-top elite of the game and the guys right below them can sometimes be hair-thin. Slower, heavier, but still schooled with the foundation of so many tough fights along the way, Jack rose to cruiserweight, unleashed his southpaw right hand, and made himself a titlist in his second weight class at the age of 39. Ilunga Makabu, younger by almost 4 years, looked like the older and slower man once the bell rang, but he didn't go easy. It was a high-volume contest where the marksmanship and timing of Jack were more than enough. Jack has always come across as one of boxing's working men, a mature professional there to win without much flash but plenty of substance. It was there again as, after scoring knockdowns in the 4th and 11th rounds, Jack closed the show in the final round. It was hard not to be happy for him. Futures. Jack's win probably won't see him ride off into the sunset, and how he's matched at cruiserweight will probably have to be a careful process. The fighter in the ring Sunday would be hard-pressed against some of the division's other titlists like Jai Opataya and Lawrence Ockerley. Looking at the WBC rankings, a clash with former light heavyweight titlist Sergey Kovalev, currently rated 4th, could be a good idea for both men if we end up going that direction eventually. It's an option that might sell a few tickets and give fans a fun old man clash.
All right, well, there you go. Yeah, but I'm gonna start off a match. I dropped the link in the chat. The Mux, it works for me. It works for a lot of people. Yeah. Trying to get some matches in. If there's anybody you guys want to see me fight against. Actually, I'm gonna hit up some people too, see if they want to fight. In just a second.
So much energy here in the house tonight. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. And watching this live with me
Alright,
is Johnny
some Canelo
Nelson.
versus somebody I don't fucking know. Who the fuck is that guy?
Time for our tail of the tape. And it's Patrick the
Oh,
Patriot
shit.
Roll, who's 6'1" tall and weighed in. Saul Canelo Alvarez.
If I'm in between a round and trying to get on the panel, just give me a second. I'm gonna try to set it up. How are you gonna get it? That's the bottom. Wait. Put that in. Beautiful uppercut. You see my uppercut right there? I love counter punching. That's my favorite thing to do. But I have to set up the jab, set up the counter. Kind of like a hook to the body. Right now, I haven't been able to get that range. Using my one shoot. Combination. Here we go. Shit. Since nobody's getting on the panel right now, I'm gonna play some music. If you guys don't mind, I would stop the music.
Cambodian street kids, so step up and get your face decorated with backbeat skids. The heat stays scorching where the beast live, feasting on your fundamentals, piercing the monumental. Style so fly, it's stuck up in the sky like satellites. I'll be better off battling dice with paddle strikes, whips and saddles with a pipe. All night we can do this. Buddhist palm smacking you 7 steps back. The track stay packed with more dope than a modern day Aztec who blast caps, moving weight across the vast maps. I touch the masses with a clutch that's disastrous. Hazardous to your health, like the pursuit of wealth. Stealth missiles, stay aimed at your little hand pistols. Instead of change, you rock and change, decorated with fucking plastic crystals. Yeah. Jurassic rap tactics. For your brainless sizzle, critical conditions, so that we prove with your position. 7 oddities missing.
what up, what up?
You got no text, so I spit. I stick to your eye, take notice, the live shit. Real talk is a crime, you that line, but real talk become blind. Arts not the black hole, mixing wine. After dark.
Yo, Happy, what up?
Hey, I forgot I was on here. I was listening to the sounds and shit.
Nice, nice. Yeah, these are my homies from Chicago. So my friend, he produces, well, several different producers, but they're all together. It's one crew. So they make a shit ton of music. And, you know, it's hard for us to have, like, music on stream. So he owns the rights, so he gives me permission to use the music.
Yeah, so you don't gotta worry about all that extra shit that come with it.
Yeah. So, and I have a lot more friends doing music here in Chicago, so I'm gonna ask them, see if I can use the music. And I'm trying to figure out a way, because I'm used to like streaming like this, but like so it can give you the information of the tracks. I know there's a way to do it. Okay? Like,
Yeah, like just like to have it like scroll across or something.
Yeah. And it'll tell you like who's it by, and hopefully I know this program like streaming or anything, where you attach it to I guess the audio player, and then it will give you the information about the music on like a link, you know what I'm saying, into the like the YouTube chat. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out at the same time.
Yeah, it's like some type of it's like ID software or something.
Yeah, it's a bot. It's a chat bot. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I've seen it in streams on Twitch, but I've never seen it really on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something out there because you know how I used to have like those Discord bots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure like it's a similar API or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to focus on it. I'm looking to see it, make sure nobody's in the back. Oh, what do you think of the fights this weekend?
Hey, yo, I was like real hyped for at least that main event. Like that was a fight I was like really looking forward to.
Which one?
The Matias versus Ponce.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I was like really looking forward to that fight ever since I'm gonna say like I heard about that fight like the end of summer last year, so I had been looking for that fight. There was I think there was like 2 delays with that fight. So yeah, I was just looking forward to that fight for a long time, and even then, like it still lived up to the hype for me.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely lives up to the hype. I mean, it was something like, you know, when people complain about people running and, you know, not being exciting, this is definitely an exciting fight. That's what I liked about it. It just went toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? I felt like they really went for the belt, like the winner deserved the belt, and they really wanted the belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, like me, I've always been like a big fan of fights that would be considered boring chess matches.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fights that a lot of people have considered boring, and I like actually felt they had replay value, but at the same time, I also like those types of fights, like like we seen last Saturday, because sometimes you need that type of fight to be mixed in.
Yeah,
and
it
like,
needs it. Yeah, of course. I think all fights are good. All different styles are good. But like from what the reason why I say I like this type of fights is because that's what the casuals and the regular fans like to see. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like if you're trying to get your name out there, you need those type of fights. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a good fight, in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? But I like of course I like chess matches. Like I like to use my jab. I like to use my straight hand and avoid punches too. But if you're trying to get out there, I think, especially on a main event, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you need those type of fights.
Hey, in between this round, cut the game volume in about half because Tycho said it's pretty difficult to hear us.
Oh, okay. My bad, my bad. Okay, I'll do that right now.
Yeah, cut that volume down and get your ass knocked out.
Yeah, I'm not doing so well. Who the fuck is this dude? Actually,
Tommy Fury.
yeah, basically,
Nah,
fucking
that's
cousin.
what's that dude? I kind of resemble that UK dude that Canelo had his first zone. Rocky Fielding.
Yeah, that's him right there.
Yeah, that's
Shit.
Rocky Fielding.
Got him, bro. Rocky fucking beating the shit out of me. Holy shit.
Yeah, hey,
I'm not doing too well.
Tycho or anybody else in the chat, y'all gotta just like give some more feedback on the value. If it needs to be cut down some more, let me know.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna surrender this fight because I want to fix the audio this way. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't do it in the fight.
Testing in the background.
Yeah, I need to fix that so it's game by me too loud. Okay, so I'll just lower that. I didn't do anything. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm trying to set up all the audio stuff, but yeah, I got you.
All right.
Yeah, I've been trying to.
Go ahead. No, I was saying, yeah, just that I think Taekwondo and they wasn't hearing us when we were just talking about the main event from last weekend. We were saying that was just the type of like real fight. You need that type of fight every once in a while. If it was ever a fight to have like as you say, a casual to watch, that was one of those cards. And I tell you what, my girl, I was actually texting her. I just texted her sister out the blue, and I was like, "Look, it's this fight tonight. Like, you gonna want to watch this one for sure."
Right.
And yeah, she
Yeah.
watched it.
And it wasn't disappointing, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. So if you're trying to get like your friends to watch a fight, and then it's like they see something they don't like, right? You know what I'm saying? They're going to base boxing on that. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you give them a good, exciting fight, then they're going to be like, oh shit, this is something that I would like to watch. I mean,
Yeah, because like if I'm sitting there watching Shakur versus Robson Conceição, now that shit might be exciting to me because I'm seeing all the adjustments made and little tricks they're using. But if I try to explain that to somebody, well, I gotta explain every little thing to somebody, like why I'm excited.
yeah,
Well, if they can't understand it, then they're not going to be following it. That they're going to get bored and just zone out. That
yeah,
fight, you don't got to understand shit
yeah. You
about
just
that
understand.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just understand the beautiful chaos. So it's one of those things that it does get what's it called, fights fans to watch. You know what I'm saying? It does make them want to watch the fight. So here, let me try to get rid of this. I don't know why it's not working. I guess I have to play it.
Yeah, you need fights like that. Like I said, I like all types of fights, and that was a fight that I knew it was going to be like that, and I was definitely looking forward to it.
This guy said David Tua. Y'all ever see David Tua versus? Yeah.
I could be, yeah. I was just watching. I've seen that fight so many times, and I was just watching that fight. Tua, he was upset because he felt like, he did enough to win that fight. Also, that's a good ass fight too.
There we go. Put the master volume down. Pretty sure that should be good.
Yeah, I got be a Buche. Hey Taco, yeah. You see, I be telling people, at least like fans that kind of don't understand past eras, but I be saying, look at David Tua in that fight, and it looked like two middleweights fighting. As far as like the movements, the upper body movements, the bob and the weaving and stuff. You don't see that from middleweights. I mean, excuse me, heavyweights in this era. They can't even move their upper torso like that.
Well, now we have Usyk. Usyk can move. He's very agile.
Yeah. That's now you got one. You got Usyk who could do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Man, Ruiz, Andy Ruiz back in the day, like he had like some really fast hands. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was first coming up.
Yeah, hey, to me, he still got fast hands, but I know what you're talking about. He
But
had even better hands back then.
Well, he had better feet along with the fast hands. Like his foot placement, like where he was going to want to be at, he was able to get there, and use the fast hands. Now, not so much. He's very sluggish.
Yeah, it
But
seems
with
like
fast hands.
it seems like he has the mentality of like a power puncher now.
Yeah, I think there's. They said that that's what Eddie Reynoso tried to make him out to be, build him up to be. You know what I'm saying? Get him more muscle, and then have him throw more power shots. Oh shit! Let me hit on my boy, Mr. Nice Guy. Hold on. There's somebody I can play against.
Oh, yeah, you see somebody online real quick.
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah,
it's so fucking hard to play this shit online.
yeah. Well, I
I
look
should
at
fucking.
Andy Ruiz and I just look at his build, and I've always seen a light heavyweight as far as his build. Like even like his
Yeah,
head shape and everything, like even in his face, I've just always seen a light heavyweight in him. But hey, heavyweight, that's where the money is at, and obviously he's been able to compete there, so it's not a bad choice.
yeah. That's the thing. For me, if you become a champion, you accomplish something that billions of people never have. We're talking billions. How many people are on planet Earth? 7 billion people. How many champions do you think have ever been in existence? I mean, sorry. And how many? Yeah, champions. How many people on Earth champions? As long as boxing has been around, if you were to estimate, 1 million people, like 1 million world champions,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not even that many. We'll
right?
just say they're definitely less than 0.01%.
That of people
Yeah,
becoming a champion. So, like, okay, you, and he's a bum though, but he's one of like the numbers are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not every person has become a champion. It's something that's it's a big accomplishment in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like not everyone can say that they were or are, or what I'm saying, or anything remotely close to that. I could see if like you were a plumber. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's been millions of plumbers throughout history of the world. I'm saying something very very rare, but yeah.
yeah. And that's something that gets thrown around a little too loosely as well. You know, people like to say, "Oh, he just lost to a cab driver. He just lost to a plumber." I mean, first of all, like, let's show some respect to what were you saying?
Oh no, I just pressed
Oh yeah,
checking on the live right now.
we gotta respect plumbers because that's actually like a good trade. But you even gotta look at somebody like a Marvin Hagler. You know, like I mean, you always heard he was working construction. You know, until he won a title. Manuel Marquez, he was an accountant in Mexico. You know, even after he won his first world title. Glenn Cove Johnson, that dude continued to work construction like way after he won and lost the title. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you got to respect people that come from even those types of backgrounds. They didn't have just like a platter spoon laid out as far as they came out of the Olympics. You got to respect those fighters as well.
Yeah, and bro, I used to work with this cook. Um, he would tell me he would wake up at 4 in the morning, right? He would run for like an hour, right? Then get ready to go to work, then be at work and work an 8 hour shift, and then after that 8 hour shift, he would go to the gym for 2 hours, and then come back and then work again. I was like, what? And I went with him to the gym once, right? And everybody was calling him out. They wanted to spar him. They wanted to fight against him. You know what I'm saying? And he was at 135, and he would spar like 160 pounders, welterweights, things like that. And he never gave up like on his dream. Like his name. I want to see if I can find some of his fights, but um, he always thought that he can come back and be a contender or a champion. Like he never gave up on that dream and that vision. You know what I'm saying? Even though he had several losses, I'm saying, he continued to work, and bro, the grind was real. He would show me like videos of him running in the snow. You know what I'm saying? Here in Chicago, wearing Timberland boots. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look at that, bro, and I'd be like, damn, that shit's crazy, bro. Like shit. That mindset is different. That mindset of getting up, running, exercising, training every single day is different.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say something about the person that you speaking on, and I say this about guys like that all the time. Sometimes it's not about how like his skills or how good he was or not. The only reason we might not know that person, he just probably never had that one, big breakthrough in his career that was able to, elevate him to a certain level. That's probably the only difference between him and let's say like a Williams Zepeda or somebody. Yeah, I know you said like
Yeah.
135. That's probably the only difference. His path was just a lot difficult. He never got that one big opportunity.
Yeah. Well, imagine you running into tough competition. Like I remember, I grew up here in Chicago, so I remember when the Bulls would beat like all of these great teams. You know what I'm saying? Didn't give some of these great basketball players a chance to win a world championship. You know what I'm saying? Like Reggie Miller. You don't think Reggie Miller would have won a championship if Michael Jordan wasn't around? Like if you eliminated, do you get what I'm saying? Reggie Miller was a killer.
Yeah, stop Malone, all them boys. He stopped from getting getting even one ring.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like in let's say in that weight class, you have nothing but killers there. So the first motherfucker just knocks you out, knocks you off the list, right? And then, you just can't get through. You can't like. There's all of these killers are around. It's hard for you to, like nowadays you'll have some fighters that get the easy, not the easy route, but a well planned out route, a well maneuvered route. You get what I'm saying? So they don't have to go through the gauntlet and they will eventually get to a championship belt. You know what I'm saying? Or they're set up to become, champions.
Yeah, 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 yep. It's a lot the path is a lot easier. Like especially
Yeah.
if you got any type of just like standout amateur background or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, if you have like a standout amateur background or you're a gold medal Olympian, you know what I'm saying, things like that, which I understand. Some of them they get pushed a little faster because they believe that they can beat some of these guys. But you never know. I always look at the Salido versus Lomachenko. His second fight, wasn't as easy as they thought it would be, because you have a professional fighter. You know what I'm saying? You do have a professional fighter there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So Orlando Salido.
Man, it was crazy. I always do you think Orlando Solido was elite?
You know what? Okay, I wouldn't say elite as far as like one of the top boxers in the sport at any time, but definitely like one of the top boxers in his division. Yeah, he proved that.
Right, because I mean, okay, we just try to discuss. My bad. Somebody's got some noise.
Am I
Background.
am I in here?
Yeah, you're in here. You're in the show, my bro. You made it.
Damn, I made it.
Okay, so we had this conversation before, where what makes a fighter elite, right? So and I think beating fighters that are elite make you elite. So if you look at what's it called, it Solido, he beat Juanma Lopez. Remember Juanma Lopez from Puerto Rico, and he beat Lomachenko. So those are two elite wins, right? And he fought Mikey Garcia. He didn't win, but you know what I'm saying, he fought him. You know what I'm saying? So is it the wins that you get, or is it the competition that you face? You know what I'm saying? You're fighting elite competition. You're fighting the who's who. I mean, that record is crazy.
Well, in Salido's case, he got it both. He fought, guys that were considered like the best, and he beat them both. Yeah, he beat Salido. No, Juan Lopez. Yeah, he beat him twice. So yeah, he has both of those attributes you just listed.
Yeah. So that's one of those things. I think facing the competition, those rough. He did have losses, right? Even before he fought those guys, right? And he was kind of
Yeah,
considered a journeyman and somebody that people might get through. But he never gave up. He kept on fucking fighting. They said that he's like a Uber driver now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I always heard that. I heard that he was like an Uber driver before he fought Lomachenko. Yeah, I didn't even know Uber. I didn't even know he was an Uber driver back
Well, cab
then. But
driver. No, cab driver.
yeah,
Before,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think there was. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know how people switch words and shit. I was about to say that. I didn't even think Uber was around in
yeah.
2014.
No,
But
no, no, no. I'm saying like now, like in present time,
oh,
he's an Uber driver now.
hey, I hate to be negative, but I did hear like sometime after that Lomachenko fight, I think he had an incident where he was accused of stealing some beer from. You remember that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
But
okay,
I
yeah.
mean, sometimes they just hood like that. They're just like they have crazy mentality, bro. S-
Nah, that
Some of
was a
these
real story, bro. That happened, bro.
Oh, okay, because he was from like somewhere in Arizona. I don't know if he was from the Valley, but somewhere in Arizona he's from.
Some shit.
no,
He
he,
went in there and did a beer run, stole some beer, and bounced.
hey man, that's the champ. I would have been like, go ahead, champ. You deserve it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Take that shit. Go ahead. But they probably didn't know who he was. Here in the states, they probably didn't know. That's crazy. But
I
yeah,
would hope, if that story was true, I would have just hoped to say that he was hella drunk when he was already going in there, as opposed to he couldn't afford beer.
yeah, no, I think that was the case. I mean, I don't think he's broke or poor. I mean, he had to have made some money off those fights. Yeah, but sometimes these fighters they don't really care or don't really look at the contract. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they do kind of get ripped off. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to like, even if you're getting paid 500 million, you still have to pay the taxes. You still have to pay your cornerman. You're not left with a lot. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Out of that, I don't know. Shit, that's a lot. The taxes plus your 30% to your corner.
Yep, and then like depending on which region you fight in, the tax can be different. For example, like in the UK, the taxes are different. There's like a thing where a lot of these fighters would do like Manny Pacquiao. They would want him to not spend as much time in the U.S. so he could be considered like a foreign citizen, so he could lower his taxes. So yeah, there's all types of like little things. I'm not as well versed in that type of stuff, but yeah, there's different things. See, you're talking about international taxes and stuff. Also, you can't like some people think, oh well, he's not a USA citizen, so he don't gotta pay USA taxes.
Nah, you make that money here. You got to pay the money here.
Yeah, you better look twice, boy.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? What do you guys think about the Mark Marcelo Figueroa fight?
I'm a Figueroa fan. I like him. I like Brandon and his brother. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm hoping Figueroa comes out. He's looked good in his last few fights. So
Yeah,
let's go.
Losing to Fulton is not a bad thing. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like it's not a bad thing. Like no, one of you guys had to lose. Fortunately, it was Figueroa. Not unfortunately, but it is what it is, right? And because a lot of people's had it a draw, I had it a draw. Some people had Figueroa winning. So losing that fight it wasn't a bad thing in my opinion.
It's a good opinion, man. I mean, you win some, you lose some, bro. The point is, you come back and keep doing it. So he's back, bro. He's back in another big fight.
Yeah, this is for the interim, right? And the winner
Yep.
could face who beat Maxeo? Vargas. He just lost. He just went up to 130 and lost. So he comes back down. He still has that belt.
Yep, yeah, he still retained that belt. So yeah, he would have to make a decision if he's going to stay at that division.
I would like to see that fight. Figgy versus Vargas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good fight. I think that's very likely because I definitely think Ray is going to stay at 126.
Ray Vargas. But yeah, that would be a good fight, and it's on PBC, so it's very doable. I think they would look at Figueroa as the future. You know what I'm saying? As far as the promotional company, and Vargas, somebody they can get a good win and a belt off of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a very doable fight, for sure, for sure. And it's cool because Ray Vargas he just fought, and then now they fighting, so they're going to be on schedule. Schedule should align everything. It should definitely line up for a fight sometime. We'll say sometime in the summer.
And I think the styles will be good because they're both tall. They're both tall, lanky guys. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna be good, style wise too. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a brawler and you have a boxer. Figgy's gonna come at him, and Vargas is gonna try to box him.
Yeah, yeah. Touching back on what y'all was just speaking about that Brandon Figueroa fight. Yeah, I was looking at that Figueroa versus Fulton fight also, and me, I could definitely see how that fight could have went either way, and I could have definitely seen how it would have been a draw if it would have been scored. That's just one of those fights. I don't feel like enough was done by Fulton for him to walk away with the other fighter's belt. So like I'm saying, I would have been fine with a draw, but um, yeah, yeah, fam, I just don't feel like Figueroa clearly got beat in that fight.
Yeah, no, I mean either. So yeah, and so much as so that they wanted to make the rematch, and everybody was okay with it, and I was okay with it. I would have liked to see it. It would be different, in a different weight class, and you never know. I think that would have been like a great, what's it called, it, rematch, and possibly if Figueroa would have won, have a trilogy. Because I think it's one of those matches that one may win one, the first one, the second one would might be Figueroa, the third one might be Fulton again or whatever. Some fights make for good trilogies, and I think that style, the two styles, they were doing looked really good against each other. You know what I'm saying? It was a back and forth type of fight. If Ponce would have lasted 12 rounds with what's it called, it Matias, I think like those type of styles make for exciting fights.
Hell yeah. Hey, boy. So how you feel about just that whole the stoppage of that fight? What you got on that?
So what I saw is that I could see what's his name, Ponce getting stopped later on. It was like kind of like something that eventually was going to happen. I think the corner saw it, and then I think Ponce didn't disagree because he kind of felt like he was going to lose. So I didn't like it. I don't think that Robert Garcia, a guy like Robert Garcia, would have done something like that. I don't think some of the more well known trainers would do something like that because they're just not like that. Like you remember when Spence was putting a beating on Mikey Garcia, and he was like, and Robert was like, "Bro, I'm gonna have to stop it," but out of respect for his brother, you know what I'm saying? That's his brother, right? He was like, "All right, bro, go ahead, go do your thing," you know what I'm saying? But he was on like the verge of stopping that fight. I think he
Hey,
did.
peace to Mad Dog H. He just dropped in.
Yeah, piece of mad dog. What up, my homie? But you get what I'm saying? Like that was crazy, bro. Mikey was getting beat the shit out of him. No lie. Like he was getting absolutely touched like everywhere. Like you know what I'm saying?
Now, see, that's where I definitely been going back and forth in my mind just about the stoppage. Two things that come into play. One, it's the difference when that's your dad training you. Also, could it have been a situation where the dad didn't want to see his son in such a position? And did he pull the trigger too early, or could it have been that his dad was aware of Subreo, what happened, what he did regarding the Maxim Dadashev's fight? Was that in the back of his mind?
Well, I felt
Yeah,
that
that's
way
true.
with I felt that way definitely with Porter and Crawford. I mean, even though I had Crawford was gonna go on to finish strong, but we didn't know for sure. And that's the thing about boxing. Like everything Sean Porter put his whole life into, he has 2 rounds to potentially make it a draw or make something of himself. And his dad threw in the towel, bro. I ain't feeling that shit, bro. He wasn't completely defeated. Yeah, he was losing and he got knocked down, but sometimes they call it, that was an early stoppage for me. Sean Porter's dad and his ego.
Yeah, I didn't like how he said you didn't listen, or when you don't listen, like I didn't like that
It wasn't about the
attitude.
fight. It was punishment for what he did in training camp. Like that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's I didn't like that either. Maybe he was right. Maybe he could. Maybe he was right. But the stuff that he was saying, you know, what I'm saying after, like in the interview, I was like, what? I
Yeah, same.
was like, what the hell? It's crazy, man. But I did see that eventually Crawford was gonna knock him out and knock him. The next one would have been a knockout. Like he would have knocked him out cold, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I mean, but at the same, yeah, yeah. Like, what's the point of going into it? I mean, look, he made it to the corner. No, he didn't. Not yet. Yeah, had he made it to the corner, man, he could have gathered himself, got on his back pedal, whatever. But I think Porter's dad's ego kind of got in the way of that fight. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, once to defend Kenny Porter, also didn't like the way Sean Porter like was pounding the mat with his gloves. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of it looked like a little kid having a tantrum. So I don't know. That was not. I didn't like that.
Right? Like two ways to look at it was that a sign to stop the fight, or was that a sign of frustration? Like, damn, like I didn't expect that to happen. And that to me was an indication that Sean could have fought on, but I might be interpreting it differently.
Yeah, but I when you see that frustration,
Yeah,
like you're not like I don't know like mentally right, you know what I'm saying? Like okay, so when you're that frustrated that you pound your fist on the canvas, are you going to go into the next round swinging wide and being more open? Because you know when you're frustrated you just stop thinking, you just
yeah.
start throwing wild, you know what I'm saying? You're more open to getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, and I check it, cause I think that's a good point, but I would just say this too. Normally, when there's a knockdown, I'm also looking at the body language. When you get up, can you stand up good? I mean, how many times do fights go on where the guy barely gets up, he's having a hard time standing up, and the ref decides, okay, you're just good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and let the fight continue. Porter did pop back up. He showed frustration, and even though we can guess or be like, well, maybe that would have hurt him in the next round. That frustration he was showing, maybe that would have hurt him as the fight going on. I'm more just looking at the fact that he jumped up and he's cognizant enough to be frustrated. A lot of fighters don't even got that luxury, bro. A lot of fighters get up and they're lucky to even get up. They can fucking barely walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh no, I think Sean Porter could have went, you know, another round, but you know,
you're
I
right, though. No, it's a good point, man. Because what if, it was only doing him dirt? Like that frustration was going to get him caught again.
yeah, but some people want to see it. Some people will try to, not get their fighter hurt. So yeah, a lot of shit, gets involved in shit.
You know?
A lot of dynamics. It's not just as simple as whatever. So like in the case of Ponce, you know what I'm saying, just like Hyvie said, they've seen Matias hurt people, really really bad. You know what I'm saying, but and they don't want to be one of those guys. So I and eventually I think Matias was going to get to him, and it could be worse. Maybe they saw that and they didn't want to go through it. So
For
and it
sure.
wasn't. I so Ponce started to look like a little sloppy on his feet, because he was getting tagged, he was getting hit. So uh,
Hmm.
it would have been an eventual. Sorry, like so like yeah, I think he would have stopped him. So
Also, taking consideration when it's a father-son relationship and a tough decision like that has to come in. As a fighter, I'm sure that it disappoints you, and you probably didn't want to. You probably didn't have any quit in you, but at the same time, maybe you're a little bit more understanding because that's your father as well. Like how y'all feel about that?
oh yeah, no, of course. I mean, you do have to. That's your son. You don't want to see him ever like get hurt. So I do understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a very complicated relationship. So it's yeah. You don't want to see, even your friend get hurt, or get hurt like that. So,
Yeah,
but
like
yeah,
there's
the
a lot
father
of,
son.
for
Go
sure,
ahead, go ahead, my
man.
bad.
No, there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. I think in the moment, sometimes I go with my gut instinct about things. Here's the thing: Sean Porter is in the fight of his life. It's his last big fight. If he loses, he's gonna retire, which he did. And just him being kind of the hypothetical haggler of the division. Sean Porter's known for being a tough guy. Sean Porter's known for being the guy that fights everybody. And on top of that, he had some rounds under his belt. Like, it was fairly a close fight, and then he got clipped. I think even though you're looking out for your son, you give him the opportunity to be great. He had a true opportunity of adversity, and more than just, okay, like, more than just my passion, right? Like, oh, I want to see him go through adversity, blah, blah, blah. More than that, he actually haven't had a chance to turn that fight into a draw or do something. Like, it's not like he was fucking losing that fight so dramatically, and it's like, what's the point? I think everything that Sean is, and I'm not the biggest Sean Porter fan or nothing like that, but I think everything that Sean is had earned that moment, and it was once again his. I mean, I feel you on that. Like, he don't want to see his son get hurt, but his son ain't a little young pup no more. He's the best, fighting the best, and I just think he kind of robbed Sean of that little that opportunity, that last 2 rounds. But, funny enough, I could be wrong. And on top of that, Sean always backs his dad up. Like, he ended up backing his dad up at the end of the day. I just thought his dad sunned him. I mean, in the post fight interview, he's like, I'll be having breakfast in the morning and Sean will be there. Sean didn't do what he said he was gonna do in training camp, so it is what it is. And it's like, I don't know, man. He just kind of sunned him. Like, Sean's what, 32 at this point, a proven professional, a two-time welterweight champion. You don't let him get up and fight on. He actually robbed the fucking fans of seeing that shit play out too, a little bit. But
I think they was like one fight too late of having that discussion, and I know y'all be hearing about this discussion. Um, a fighter will tell a trainer, even if it's the father, hey, if that time comes or you see me slipping in training camp, you got to come and have that discussion with me. Like, it's time to hang it up. And I think now, me looking at Sean physically, I don't think that he was like washed, but you could say maybe not having his mind not being fully committed to a training camp, because he had so many other things going on. That could have been opportunity to have one of those talks.
and perhaps they did. Like, I think that really might be a big role. Like, I think,
I'm gonna
shit, if
put the
I'm not
fight on right
mistaken.
now. Crawford versus what's it called? Sean Porter. Y'all keep cooking it. I'm gonna
No,
make
I
myself
feel
some
you
more
on that.
coffee.
Like I
Go ahead.
said, man, there's variables on that shit. It's just for me, I've watched boxing for so long. I'm looking at a capable fighter who handled the knockdown, frustrated or not. And I think his pride got in the way a little bit there, bro. It's just kind of like, I knew, you know what it was? You wasn't training the way I wanted you to train. Porter later on said this. He goes, I didn't train the way I'd been training before because my dad trains me like a workhorse. Just go, 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 go. You're a machine. Go, 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 go. Porter actually was resting. Porter was kind of doing something a little different for this training camp. And as soon as Porter ran into serious fucking trouble, his dad was like, "You weren't doing it my way, so this is what you get." Um, I felt that, bro. I felt that a little bit, and it's just like, nah. But maybe it was
Well,
for the best, bro.
it's a combination of all the factors, right? Maybe he saw something in the training camp. Maybe he didn't like what he was doing, and Porter was hurt, and he was going to get knocked out in the next round. So I think it's all of the above. It's
Yep.
just that scenario. You know what I'm saying? And Porter, what's it called? Porter Senior, he was mad. You know what I'm saying? Or not happy. You know what I'm saying? So I think everything played an effect, and that was the conclusion. Just stop the fight.
Right.
And
And
let
I'm
me
all
add on
about
to that.
fighters protecting each other too. Like, I don't want to see nobody get hurt beyond what's necessary.
A few years ago, when I talked to Kenny Porter, he said that after the Porter versus Berto fight, he said like his son, like everybody just we just gonna see a completely different style because he felt in the Berto fight. He said he felt that they kind of like beat Berto very clear, but if you look at that fight on camera, it's not as clear because Sean smothered a lot of his punches, and it was like a very physical fight. So he said for them to not only preserve their career, but also to just make fights a little bit more clear, get more credit for their offense, that they gonna switch up their style. And so you seen in the next fight, you seen a different side of a Sean Porter. You seen him using his athleticism against Danny Garcia, using his footwork, using his explosiveness, his foot speed. You seen a jab that I feel like he never showed enough in his career. So yeah,
Yeah,
you see him showing other sides of his game.
he also said, coming off the Spence fight, he said Sean said that was my best performance, but he said he learned something in that fight too about himself. So I think he was kind of growing in. At the end of the day, bro, he was like sort of on his way out. You know what I mean? I know that, but I think Porter was learning that he can box a little bit better than just running through guys. He said that about the Paulie Malignaggi fight. He said when I fought Paulie, I just ran through him. But he goes, as my career went on, I started realizing, man, I gotta pace myself, all kinds of shit. So that's how come Porter looked so good against Spence, man, because he really put it all together in that fight.
And one more thing to add to that, because what you just said about first the Malignaggi fight, he did make some comments hinting that Sean Porter was on some type of steroids, but when Porter like kind of checked him about it, he tucked his tail. But another thing I talked to Kenny Porter about, he said basically the plan was he said like they had never talked about retirement, but he said the plan was definitely if they would have beat Crawford in that fight, the plan was to have an immediate Earl Spence rematch.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a good fight, man. Yeah, big say so's in here.
Yo, salute, bro. Salute to the chat and panel, man. Yo, so Rebel, I hear your argument, man. But to be honest, man, I've heard many people argue that Sean Porter probably would have done something, man. Let's be honest here, man. Terrence Crawford's the best finisher at 147. If
Hmm.
fucking Porter got up, he would have got finished, man. Let's be honest here, bro. I don't care what no one says, man. Like, understand that, okay, you could feel like he wasn't significantly hurt, but the outcome would have been the same, man. To be honest with you, man.
No, and
And you
and I
gotta
think you're right,
hold
but
on,
I
hold on. Let me say this, and you gotta realize that Porter was on his way out, no matter what, win, lose, or draw. That was on the back of his mind. No matter what, that was on the back of his mind, bro. So people gotta
no, for sure,
realize
man.
this.
Excellent point. For
Yeah,
sure,
man.
excellent point. But the thing is to me, in any fight, I don't go in there with a block like that. Like what he was on his way out, or he was already gonna lose. Like it's about how you look to me in the fight. Just because he's Terrence Crawford, if you can get up from a knockdown and you feel like you can fight on, I think the boxer who puts in that time and effort deserves that opportunity. I think you're right. More than likely, he's gonna get knocked out. But just to stop the fight like that, look, bro. There's been a lot of great fights where you think the other guy's better. You think the other guy, obviously, the other guy knocked him down, and then when the dude got up, he made a more fight out of it. You know what I mean? So I don't really set that standard for myself when I watch boxing. Like I think the guy who put in the work, who gets up from the knockdown, who's frustrated and wants to fight on, I think he's owed that opportunity regardless, if you think it's a foregone conclusion. But I feel what you're saying though, bro. I do.
Yeah, nah, I see what you're saying too. Like I've seen fighters. I've watched boxing for a very long time, bro. I've seen fighters get up from a knockdown and fucking win the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens, no doubt. But it's the thing, bro. Like people could say what they want, but at the end of the day, we not the guys doing this shit, man. You know, we just fans, bro. We can't complain about it, or I'm not saying you complain about it, bro. But I'm saying like we can't complain about it or keep bringing it up or doing all this other shit because we not the dudes doing it. Like for example, like the fight Ponce and Matias. A lot of people was saying Ponce is a pussy and all that stuff like that. Like bro, these dudes get in the ring, bro. Like We not the ones doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
understand. Like I don't like fighters when they quit and shit. I would prefer a fighter to stay and fight on. But at the end of the day, that dude had like fucking 18 knockouts. That dude probably felt his power and said, "Fuck that shit." Same thing with Hector Garcia and Tank. He felt Tank power. He said, "Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna fucking fight this dude. I gotta live to another day."
well,
That's what these people gotta
I think
realize.
you're
That's what the fans
definitely
gotta
right about
realize,
you're
man.
definitely right about one thing. Reason being is Sean didn't dispute the stop. He really didn't. He did look disappointed, but he didn't dispute the stoppage. So you're definitely right on that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't dispute the stoppage, and if anybody's gonna dispute it, it should be the guy, right? So at the end of the day, maybe he was happy with that stoppage. And I've seen a video where he gives his dad this look, and I wonder if it was a cue. I wonder if it was a cue to his dad, like if they had that conversation. I don't know if you ever seen that video. When he gets up, man, he looks at his dad like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I think I have. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while now. I haven't even seen that fight in a minute.
A hungry fighters
Crawford versus
team
Porter.
throwing in the towel. Yeah. No, it was probably a good
Yeah, man.
stop.
It's just some fighters are just built different. Like some could keep on fighting and fight to the death, but some just they throwing that towel, man. Yeah, I mean it is what it is, man. People complain about all they want, but at the end of the day,
Hmm.
we the fans of the boxing. We not the ones getting in the fucking ring. They don't. We don't know how them fucking punches feel. That's my
Right.
whole point here.
Yep.
Right, and to that Tycho, that's the thing. Sean Porter, even win, lose or draw, he's had an amazing career. He's accomplished a lot of things. I think he's had one of the best what's it called resumes at 147. Even though he didn't win a lot of those fights, the most significant ones, but still, I think uh, and he's made some money. So I don't think he was like, which if it was his first time trying to get a belt, yeah, he probably would have that hunger. And if he didn't have all the great fights that he did, and this was his one opportunity, I think it would go different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but we are talking boxing, so I might as well make another little point. Hey, look, he got caught real good versus Earl Spence. He got up and fought on, and that fight fucking went all the way 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't compare Spence to Crawford, man. Crawford is just way harder puncher, bro. Way more knockouts, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
Spence knocked him down one time, and he remained the whole fight. He still fought on. With Crawford, he got dropped twice and then get up again. Yeah, you could say his daddy stopped the shit, but
Yep.
even still, man, it's styles made fights, and they're two different fights. You can't compare them, bro.
Yeah, in all honesty, I don't think
Yeah.
Porter was going to win that fight, and gut instinct tells me it's probably the right move. I just think, and look, he didn't fight a journeyman. I think it was actually a big fight of a big magnitude against a guy who's known for toughing it out, and it just felt like Sean's opportunity to carry on and see what he could do in the championship rounds kind of got pulled from him. But it is what it is, man.
yeah. Hey, 150. You want to talk about the fights that we had this weekend?
Who? Matias and Ponce?
Yeah, Battle Jack also won a belt.
Yeah. Man, I didn't watch the Jake Paul shit, bro. I didn't
Yeah,
watch
no,
that.
it's all good. Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to talk about
yeah.
it.
I
But
don't respect Jake Paul at all, bro. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, now let me say this though, man, because I seen a lot of people watching that shit, bro. But the reason why I don't respect Jake Paul at all is because of this, man. I'm not even a hater, but just for me, this guy could come into boxing, right? He fought an NBA player and a UFC fighter. If he was to beat Tommy Fury, they would have gave him a title shot and ranked this dude. To me, that's
yeah,
totally unfair. That shit's on boxing. Fucking Jake Paul to me is like a spit in the face in boxing. He's like a fucking slap to the face in boxing. And this is because why? Look at guys that's been working all their fucking life and have never got a title shot or opportunity ever. And this dude can just come in and do that shit because he's a fucking YouTuber and he has all this shit behind him. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of unfair, bro. Like a lot of people don't like George Kambosos, but look at George Kambosos. It took 10 years for him to get that title shot against Tio. Nobody
I
gives a
Right.
fuck though.
I appreciate you saying that because Cambosis
Nobody
actually
gives a
had a
fuck
rough
though, bro.
road, bro. He had a real
Yeah,
rough
bro, he had
road.
a
People,
rough
people
ass
don't know
road.
about that.
No, nobody cares. Canelo Alvarez, this dude was 15 in fucking Mexico fighting, you know, grown ass men and shit, trying to make a name for himself. Manny Pacquiao, he came from fucking nothing, bro. And look at the career he made, bro. You know how hard it was to come up like that? And this fucking rich boy YouTuber can just come on the sport of boxing and shit on boxing just like that, bro.
Fucking
You know what I'm
popularity
saying? That's why I
contest, man.
don't that's why I do not respect him. I would never watch his fights. I don't pay him no mind, no attention. Fuck that dude, bro, Jake Paul. I don't respect him at all. And that's the main reason why.
Fucking
You know what I'm
popularity
saying?
contest, man.
Exactly, bro. It's very unfair. Look at the money this dude made for that fight. Like some of these, we can't even get Crawford versus Spence, but this dude gets a shitload amount of money for a shit fight like that.
Yep.
It makes no sense to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't respect the guy. That's just how I look at it, bro.
Yeah.
No, I
You
don't.
know,
You're
like
right.
people shit on world class fighters, but want to big up this clown dude, saying, "Oh, he's getting in the ring." Yeah, I respect everyone that gets in the ring, but dude, all these I hear many dudes on YouTube say this guy's a bum, this guy's a bum,
Yeah.
but want to big up Jake Paul and give him respect. Get the fuck
Or,
out of here.
That's my
or
favorite thing about your point. That's my favorite thing about your point is the fact that we whitewash guys like Cambosis. Anybody that takes a loss, oh, who has he fought? What has he done? But over here, you got people paying $60 to watch Jake bitch ass Paul. Come on now.
now, well, now people are defending Jake Paul, saying, "Oh, it's okay, champ. You'll get back in there." But they'll shit on a fighter, that's actually trying to go for greatness, lose, and they're shitting on him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's insane. But gets every single credit, right? Oh, it's okay. You at least you went in there and fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't. I only included him on the what's it called on the list because people were paying attention to it this weekend. But yeah, I think the most important fights were definitely Matias and Ponce and but Badu Jack against Makabu. You know what I'm saying? I think that was good. Two
Yeah,
championship belts were won.
hell yeah. The Badu Jack is from where I'm at right now. Badu Jack is related to my cousin. My aunt that I live with right now knows his brother. So Badu Jack, shout out Badu Jack, bro. He's 3 division champion. You know what I'm saying? Oldest cruiserweight champion at 39 years old. That's the only fight I cared about. I don't give a
Man, he's
shit about Jake
39
Paul,
now.
bro.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
I
Hell yeah,
remember
bro.
back when Mayweather was first promoting him and shit. I guess time flies by, bro. He's 39 now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He's 39. He jumped up from 68 all the way to fucking cruiser. It's insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Badu Jack, man. Definitely, man.
Hey, say so. The topic had just came up, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but Badu Jack has had a better career than Javante Davis.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I agree, bro.
Yeah, more significant wins definitely. That's without a doubt.
Yeah, I wouldn't even argue that either.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because
He's a legit three
time put
division
in, man.
champion. He's a legit 3 division champion, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could be the most talented, exciting dude in the game, but belts are belts and accomplishments are accomplishments, man. You can't take away from another dude just because.
Yeah, man.
Like
And he's the first
Tank, I
Muslim
believe
to
Tank
win
can
a
do.
he's the first Muslim to win a title in Saudi Arabia as well, bro. He has a lot of accomplishments, bro. Way more than fucking Tank Davis, bro. And I don't hate Tank Davis. I respect him, but I mean people
Well,
cap
well,
for him
it's
a lot, bro. To be honest.
yeah. They cap for all these guys, like Tank. All those guys are phenomenally talented. There's no denying that. Are they fun to watch? Absolutely. But we want to see them challenge themselves and be in the big fights. That's been and if you talk about this shit, oh, you're a hater. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like I just want to see the big fights. I want to see
Well,
these guys so super talented, so gassed up. Let's see them put that shit on the line. In the big fights.
so my thing with what you guys are saying is they're giving them this what's it called, Hall of Fame credit before they do anything. Like they're already getting credit for something they haven't done. Do you get what I'm
Fucking
saying?
A. Big time.
So it's like that's what bothers me. It's like you're making it seem like these guys are the the best since, you know what I'm saying, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Ali, and things like that, and but they haven't done anything. You know what I'm saying, like that's my big issue. They haven't accomplished anything that makes them that. Some have, okay, like Teofimo, he did unify belts, so he did do that. You know what I'm saying, but as far as like young fighters, very few have done what they're being hyped up to be.
Yeah, hell yeah, Cosmic, 100%, bro. I agree
So
with that.
and to be fair, their careers are just getting started, right? But just measure them by what they accomplished so far, not what you think hypothetically they will be able to accomplish at the end of their career. Because you
Hmm.
never know, they might get knocked out in their next fight and never fucking fight again.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
that
true.
fanboying is so bad out here, bro. Not you guys, but like I've seen boxing for so long. Anything can happen in boxing. Y'all know that. You could be shit, bro. The whole shit change up on you real quick, bro. You get knocked out. All of a sudden, your training camps are bad. Like fighters drop off, they come up, and some people crown these guys the best there is before you even see it. Like, okay, for instance, Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is extremely talented. He's an incredible talent. And I'm honestly gonna say I want to see more before I crown this dude. Like he's awesome. He's awesome. There's no denying that.
And I don't want to discredit some of these fighters. Like I like what Fulton is doing. I like what Bam Rodriguez is doing. You know what I'm saying? Some of these young fighters are doing great things. Shakur is doing great things. Haney's doing great things. They're going to get there, but like don't just give them all the credit just yet. Like let them continue to grow, and I think that's the most important thing. Don't over what is it? Over credit them, and don't discredit them either. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, hell yeah, man. See, yeah, Boots Ennis, he's a prime example. So rebel, like a lot of people was high on the dude, bro. And look at his last fight. Like that's why I was never high on Boots Ennis. Like I always thought he was good, but I never said he was the next Roy Jones or anything like that. Like I never
Very
looked at him
good.
like that because the dude is hella unproven, bro. He's never fought no real top contender or anything like that. And in that Karen fight, people say, oh, he fought a runner. But I mean, bro, you gotta learn how to cut the ring off, man. Like what I
Oh
see
my
in that
God,
fight,
yeah.
he can't cut the ring off. He didn't utilize his jab. He used it early on, but he abandoned it. And to me, he cannot fight in the inside, bro. From what I've seen, he just needs a lot of work. Like from what I've seen, I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
he beats the top guys, bro.
Dude, if I
Especially
can
with the feet.
elaborate on that, that's a great point. There was, look, I hate this, bro. Sometimes I don't understand people like, all Karen did was run, so Boots wasn't able to look good. Hey, bullshit, dude. That guy had no power, but he used good tactics, good boxing ability. That's what you do when you're the lesser guy, the smaller guy, the guy with less power. And he gave him fits. Okay, that's the reality of the situation, whether we like it or not. He gave Boots fits. Boots didn't cut up. Boots didn't do a lot, and that's okay. That's okay. My debate is with the people who are like, "Oh, he whips Spence ass now. He beats Crawford now." Based on what? You know what I mean? So,
Nah, it's
yeah,
based
I
on
heard
what?
that stupid
It's based
shit.
on
Oh,
what?
he's number one, number two, number three. I don't think so.
Hey,
Yeah,
rewind,
people say he's the number three welterweight. Nah, I don't know, man. That's impossible to say for me. With that
rewind,
performance, no way, bro. No
re-
way.
rewind back to just leading up to that fight and just look at everything that transpired. The fight week, they talking about, oh well, yeah, we having a bet with Javante to see who get the best knockout. Javon, he's holding pads for some dude that's like a heavyweight at least. He's holding pads, or for Steven Jackson, he's holding pads for Steven Jackson. Holding pads is like one of the worst things you can do for your body, your bones and elbows and shit. So, and then they just doing all this talking like, talking about how, yeah, we'll fight Crawford in his living room. To me, that's a very, very ignorant camp. And while they was spending all their time doing all this other stuff, they wasn't prepared on the task at hand. So to me, that's a very ignorant fucking camp. I think they drinking too much
Hmm.
of their own Kool-Aid.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I could see how Spence could get it, Boots and Crawford. Like watching that fight, I could see how both of those guys probably beat Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah.
Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Earl
Go,
Spence
go
is
ahead, my bad.
solid, meticulous pressure, that meticulous jab, able to cut off the ring. Yeah, that's a problem. Like that's definitely a problem, bro. And I'm gonna be short and sweet. I just wanted to say this about Karen. What I don't like is Karen's doing these good things in there. He's landing his chippy shots. He's kind of exposing just a couple things. He's not phenomenal, but he's exposing a couple things. We'll turn that into a negative, so we can keep pumping up Boots. We should be critiquing Boots. You know what I'm saying? But they'll try to turn it a negative. All he did was run all night. So it is what it is.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, Hyphy was saying, bro. Yeah, bro, that's true, bro. He got a lot of yes men in his camp. Fucking Steven Jackson, Gilly, all them dudes from Philly, bro. You know, they're just fucking yes men. He doesn't need those dudes in his corner, bro. They'll get him hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what So Rebel was saying, yeah, bro, I agree, bro. I think Boots Ennis, he'll have more success against Earl Spence because of his style. But I think both of them will beat him. But Terrence Crawford, I think his style is terrible for Boots Ennis. I think it's all wrong. Crawford would destroy him. That's just my opinion, bro. He would destroy him. His style is all wrong for Boots, man.
Yeah, Crawford can move. So if Crawford's looking at the Karen fight, then what does he have to do? He has to move around the ring, set up traps, and counterpunch him. Bro, Crawford can do that all day.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Definitely
And he has
Cosmic.
more power. You know what I'm saying? Like Crawford has fucking pinpoint accurate power. That's the difference between a lot of these fighters. Yeah, you can have power, but you know if you have pinpoint punches, they land flush. I'm not talking about brazing punches like oh it almost got there, or kind of like barely hit the chin but it got there. But I'm talking about when he lands those pinpoint accurate punches. There's no like that's you can have less power, but if you land those punches in the right spot, you can knock people out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just hate hearing this. Oh, when he was just running because for years I've heard these black boxers and black fight fans complain that every time they fight or win they accused of running, but then when Ennis looks terrible, the same shit that they claim that they hate, they flip it and do the exact same shit. Oh, I mean, it's hard to look good against a guy who was just running all night. Bro, what happened to you supposed to be the black slick boxer? You trying to tell me you couldn't keep up with a guy? You trying to tell me he's more athletic than you?
Yeah, you should if you're at this level, you should kind of be prepared for
Everything.
yeah, because you never know who's gonna come up. Karen popped up, and we do see some of the vulnerabilities. So what's it called? Soul Rebel is saying they shouldn't take the critique that people are giving Boots. It should help him try to fix those holes. You know what I'm saying? Work on those things, cutting off the ring. You know what I'm saying? Definitely cutting off the ring. I think that's what one thing that he wasn't doing really well. He would
Well,
follow Karen around the ring.
the thing is,
Yeah,
if
man, he was fucking. Oh, he was also spinning around too. I know y'all remember that, bro. He was throwing wild punches, just
Yeah.
overextending. You know what I'm saying? His shots and stuff like that, bro. Like I remember he was doing that as well. Like he needs work, bro. He would not be the top guys, bro.
hey Cosmic, the thing is, you're never gonna be able to cut off the ring good if you move your back foot first and then your front foot. And if you go look at that fight, what I just said, you're gonna see that in every round.
Yeah, his feet didn't look too good in that fight. I was looking at him and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, that's exactly what everybody's saying. It's like he's not the guy that everybody thinks he is just yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like this all
exactly, bro.
around elite. He can beat multiple styles and a complete fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think he has work that he needs to work on, things that he needs to work on. But you can see that he has talent. You know what I'm saying? He's athletic, he's fast, but there's several flaws that he doesn't, that he needs to work on and fix. Especially if he wants to fight a guy like Terence Crawford or Spence. Shit, even Virgil. Be prepared if you're gonna try to fight Virgil.
Hey, Tycho
Yeah,
TV in
man.
the chat, he said the Devin Haney flamboyant is insane. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about because Devin Haney lost his fanboy channel. so so who you talking about now?
Nah, there's still some fanboys out there for Devin though.
Oh yeah, they must be regrouping or somewhere because they lost their they main channel.
Yeah, they did lose the main channel though.
Now, see, I don't get why, like, why the hate if Haney's fighting Lomachenko. I think that's a great fight. I think this the fight with Lomachenko would help him prepare for Shakur. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like you have a southpaw, you have somebody that's going to give you multiple angles. You know what I'm saying? That can land flush on you. You know has very good accuracy, so it's going to prepare him for a guy like Shakur. I don't think he's ready. Haney's not ready for Shakur. I think Shakur would beat Haney, but if he's ever going to get ready for a guy like Shakur, Lomachenko would help, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think those a lot of those guys just hate Lomachenko, man. To be honest, man, a lot of these guys don't. I see him, man. They just don't give him no fucking credit or anything, you know. And a lot of people, a lot of fans of Haney, they it's like a foregone conclusion already with them. You know, they kind of talking like Haney has beat him already, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Look, Haney's
I,
nice,
I don't even
and
think Haney's gonna win that fight, man. I don't think. I really don't think he's gonna win that fight.
he got past Cambosos. Out of all the kings at that, I call them the kings, whatever you want to say. All those excellent fighters at that
Nah,
division.
they ain't no kings. They ain't no
Right, right,
kings.
right. You're right about that. That's early. Well, there was like this narrative going on where it's like the four kings, they all need to fight each
Yeah,
other, whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So my point is though, Haney's nice. He did what he had to do against Cambosos, who probably by far is the weaker out of all of those guys. And people are really, and I know y'all are already cooking on this, bro. I just elaborate. And people are really sleeping on Lomachenko. Like this guy, it's one of those things, right? Like you're not just fighting an old veteran fighter. You're fighting a guy who offers something in the fight that is not basic. It's kind of like fighting Manny Pacquiao in a way. Like when you fight Manny, it's weird. He does things that are different. And he's, dude, on a technical level, Lomachenko is going to test Devin Haney. He is going to test Devin Haney. He's going to put Haney in situations that are different, you know? So, he's
Yeah,
not to
hell
be
yeah, Soro.
underestimated, bro.
Exactly, bro. You know, I think a lot of people are just looking at that Jermaine Ortiz fight, man, and just basing off of that, saying, yeah, Haney washes him. I don't think Haney washes him, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Styles make fights, bro. Like, Jermaine Ortiz is way more aggressive, man. And
and
this is
think
my
about the
point I kept
logic, too.
making to people, bro. Like, when
and
has
and better
Lomachenko
power.
ever
Sorry.
lost to a pure boxer? Can anyone ever tell me that? When has Lomachenko ever lost to a pure boxer? Look at the guys he lost to, Tiafimo and Salido. Those dudes are not pure boxers, bro.
Well, you could. It's so funny. Dude. I never want to cut anybody off on here. I'm just kind of hyped up off
Nah, you
coffee.
good, bro. You good, bro. You good,
You
bro.
good?
Go
You
ahead,
No,
good?
bro.
You good?
y'all got my wheels turning, bro. So this is really important to say. First of all, if you want to look at Loma's the boxers he has faced, he's also faced another pure boxer. Whether you like the weight classes or the guy jumping up, he faced another pure boxer in Rigondeaux. Um, so he's dealt with a similar style before, but damn, bro, I had something so good, bro. I had something good. One of the things is Lomachenko, bro. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So Lomachenko's last fight, everybody's kind of writing him off because he looked. Look, man, when you're a top level kind of a skill set like Loma, he's just got out of war or just got back from all that drama over there, and and I think it's fair to assume that he may have taken a tough Mexican fighter a little lightly, right? Like it's fair to assume that he went in there with a guy he thought he was going to technically just outbeat, and he ended up in a fight, but he still won. And this happens. This happens when your career kind of goes like just a little stagnant. You take a guy a little lightly. Look, if he fights Devin Haney, don't blink, man, because he is going to train. He knows it's for the belts that he once had. He's gonna train harder and be even better prepared. When he fought that last guy, it's not like first of all, I don't think he even thought he was gonna lose, and secondly, I don't know that it happens all the time. Boxers say, I didn't get up for that fight. You know what I mean? I don't know that he thought of that last fighter as a big deal. So he was in a
Well, I think
Nah, I don't know.
none. This is the thing too. So they used to spar each other, right? So you gave Ortiz time to figure out your rhythm, figure out your fighting style. You know what I'm saying? And then when you fight, it is going to be closer or look closer than it is. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah. Like I
Yeah,
don't know the
exactly, man.
background on
Yeah,
that guy to
Jermaine
be
Ortiz.
fair.
Jermaine Ortiz was a sparring partner, so Rebel. They sparred for
Okay,
5 weeks. He was in camp for the Richard Comey fight. That's why Loma brought him into camp. And plus, the dude can switch from southpaw to orthodox. It's just a whole different style than Devin Haney. The dude is just way more aggressive than Devin Haney.
but y'all
Like
saying
what I
he's actually
seen,
a pretty good fighter. Who knew Loma? Who knew
what I
Loma?
seen, yeah, exactly. He
Exactly.
he
Yep.
had he
Wow.
had
Yeah.
intel on Lomachenko, exactly. That's why he looks so good, bro.
Well,
Yeah. He felt them out already.
Haney might fight him better if he sparred with them 20 fucking rounds too. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why he struggled a little bit. He fought as somebody who was very familiar with him.
Has power. You know what I'm saying? Also
Has
has
power.
power. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah.
when they were sparring, they had headgear. Now you take away the headgear, and now you're fighting a guy that knows you and has power and has a size advantage against you. So it's going to appear like yeah, it was closer than it was. So
Yeah, man. And
And
that's what I was
credit
saying.
to that
Styles
guy. I
make
don't want to
fights, bro.
discredit that guy.
Jermaine Ortiz he's a rough, rugged fighter, bro. That's just how he fights. Like watch him. There's a fight he had. It's just he only has one draw on his record. It's a dude named Adorno. It's fucking Elvis Rodriguez just knocked him out. But yeah, that dude Adorno, fucking Ortiz had a draw with him. Ortiz is a rough, rugged fighter. He likes to get nice and gritty. You know what I'm saying? He can box too, but that's his
Well,
style. Devin Haney, that's not his style, bro. That's why I think
you
Lomachenko will
killed it
beat
with
him.
what you
Loma's gonna
said
apply
earlier,
a hell
bro.
of pressure on Devin.
I'm starting to see it now because when it comes to just boxing for boxing, it's really hard to beat Loma at that. But historically, the guys that have given Loma a lot of problems are the rough, rugged guys.
Yes,
Solito, right? So it's a
yes.
styles thing.
Look at Lomachenko. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like Devin Haney, I don't think he's gonna apply the pressure like Ortiz did. You see, people were saying, "Oh, Lomachenko, why is he not throwing no punches?" This is the thing. Lomachenko likes to come forward. He is a pressure fighter. He can only fight going forward. He cannot fight going backwards.
Wow.
Ortiz was making
Wow.
Lomachenko reset and go backwards. That's why he looks so bad. I
Who's the
don't think
better
Devin
chess
Haney's gonna
player
apply
now?
that pressure. I don't think he
This is
will
gonna be
apply
a
that
little
pressure.
chess match, bro.
or the power punching power, because in order for you
Exactly,
to keep
exactly, Cosmo.
Loma from doing those angles and doing all the matrix shit, you have to, in order for you to stop him from doing that, you have to push him back and you have to use power to push him back. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. No, man, that's awesome. I think, and I knew that a little bit already. Like I had a feeling Lomo was definitely gonna challenge him. I knew that. But the more I think about it, man, I just Say so made such a good point when it came to boxing. There's some guys, bro, that if you want to play boxing and shoot for shoot and skill for skill, damn, bro, you better be able to deal with Loma's angles and all that little shit. And Haney's not necessarily known for power either. So,
Right, and like Big Sexer was saying, he's Lomachenko's used to straight up boxers. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been in the Olympics. Most of them are boxers. They're not aggressive professional style type fighters. They're more, like get points type of fighters. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So he's used to having different types of style boxers, but he's used to that. But when it comes to like rough, you know what I'm saying, fighters, it's different.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he gets in a lot of trouble with those guys, and that's what I've seen in many of his fights, man. Like when he fights guys like that, like Ortiz, Tiafimo, Toledo, he just keeps going back and resetting. Loma likes to break his stance a lot. And that's the thing, like Ortiz was disrupting Lomachenko's rhythm early. Lomachenko's a rhythm fighter. That's why he starts slow. He likes to watch guys and download, you know what I'm saying? But Ortiz wasn't allowing him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think Haney's gonna
Haney's
apply
not
that
known for
pressure, man.
pushing you back. Haney's known for waiting for what you do and trying to counter it. Don't get
Exactly.
me wrong, Haney does lead the way with the jab. I will give him that. His jab, he does lead the way with the jab, but he does not known for pushing guys back. Nah.
Yeah, Haney has a good jab. He has good timing as well. That's why he beat Cambosis so easily because he caught his timing. To Cambosis likes to lean his head to the right and to the left, and Haney just caught the timing of it and just popped the jab every time. But that's the thing. Lomachenko's gonna come to him. I think Devin's just gonna be on the back foot the whole night. You know, like how he always fights. Lomachenko's gonna come to him. So if you're not pushing Lomachenko back, I mean, I don't think you're really gonna beat that dude, bro. To be honest, man.
Win
That's just
or
how I look at it.
lose, win or lose, if Devin doesn't look impressive in the win, and if he loses, man, a lot of guys in that division gonna want to fight him even more so. Because I feel like, I hate to say this, but I feel like he's the lesser feared out of Tank or Shakur. Him and Garcia are the ones people are willing to fight, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, but there's another dynamic to Ryan Garcia. Not to say he isn't the weakest of the opponents, but the whole popularity gained fans from fighting Ryan. So you know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah,
Oh
have
yeah.
something to gain. That's why they're more willing to fight him. That makes
that's
sense.
true. That's true too. Yeah, I agree with that.
When I
But
look at those
Shakur
four or
Stevenson,
five guys, I would, if I were to look at those 4 or 5 guys, I think, and I don't want to take anything away from Devin Haney. Trust me, I know what I see. He's very good. Um, but I would probably prefer to fight Haney. I can throw in Garcia over Tank, Shakur, or even Loma for that matter. It's just so I don't know
yeah,
what that
Shakur
means. So
Stevenson, man, he Shakur. When I see him fight, he has many ways to win a fight. Like people say he's a back foot dude, a clincher type. He's not that guy, man. He doesn't do that shit, man. That's Shakur Stevens has many ways to fight, bro. Like he can come forward as well. Like I was watching the Jamel Herring fight yesterday, bro. That fight is it's some time now, but I was just watching it just cause like he this is the thing, like a lot of people want to criticize Shakur Stevenson. I know some people don't like that boxer style, but the dude can't come forward, bro. He can be front foot dominant at times, just like Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, he doesn't have the power, but he can do that. You know what I'm saying? And also another thing, like he's so good at on his front foot and he's defensive as well. A lot of fighters don't do that, bro. When they're front
oh,
foot dominant, they're just all pressure. But this dude is
oh no,
front foot dominant, applying pressure and being defensive at the same time.
you're 100% right, dude. Not only can Shakur walk forward, but that agility game, like, it's very look, man. It's very Mayweather esque. You could throw a punch right in front of him, and that agility shit. You barely miss him by an inch. Boom, counter. Like he wants you to throw while he's backing you up. He wants you to throw while he's right in front of you. He's
Yep.
not, and I'm not trying to be he's not hiding behind the jab. He's actually luring you into close range shots. You're 100% right about that. Shakur can back you down, bro.
Yeah, he can, man. And that's what he does, man. He did it to Valdez. He did that Conceição. I don't understand why people just discredit him, man. I've heard a lot of people discredit Shakur Stevenson, bro. He can stand in front of you and fight. I know somebody that is friends with Jamel Herring. This dude named Chris from I forgot his fucking channel, but his name is Chris. He's friends with Jamel Herring. He asked Jamel Herring about that fight, and he said, "Man, I couldn't do nothing with Shakur." He said I was in front of him the whole night. I just couldn't do nothing. That's what he said. And
Yeah,
that came out of
he's
Jamel Herring's mouth. He said he couldn't do anything. He was right in front of him the whole night.
yeah. Out of all the young guys, I have Shakur and Morel and Bam Rodriguez as the more of the complete young fighters that can do multiple things. Do you get what I'm saying? They're not just like one type of style. They can do multiple things. But Shakur definitely would be number one, Morel number two, and Bam number three in that category. Shakur, yeah, he's there for you to think that you can hit him, but then disappears on you right in front of you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very hard to beat. He knows how to measure the distance. He does have ill intentions. I'm surprised he doesn't have more knockouts, but he does have ill intentions when it comes to like fucking counter punching you. That's one of the things that I like the most.
Yeah, man. That's why I like Shakur Stevenson because I've seen him fight in multiple ways. Yeah, he can be on his back foot and be defensive. He can fight like that, but he can come forward as well. And he's done it in multiple fights. You know what I'm saying? And he said it multiple times, like, yo, I'm gonna stand in front of this guy. You know what I'm saying? I remember before a lot of Oscar Valdez fans saying that Valdez was gonna knock him out. I'm like, nah, man, no way. You know what I'm saying? And people were
Yeah.
saying he was gonna run and stuff. Nah, bro, I didn't see it. Shakur even said it. He's like, bro, I'm gonna stand in front of that dude, and that's exactly what he did. Outboxed the shit out of him.
Yeah, Shakur's a little different, man. There's like a extra confidence there. It really is.
Yeah, no, I want to see him at 135 a little bit more, but I could see him taking over. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he beats Haney. I think he beats Tank. I think he beats Loma. I think he beats everybody. You know what I'm saying? At 135, in my opinion.
But-
Yeah.
No, man, you
Ooh,
made me
I
just
gotta
want to
see
say
him at
these words.
135
You made me
personally.
just want to say these words, bro. His adaptability, whether it be a tank, whether it be his adaptability, bro, it's like he's got an answer. He's got more of an answer. His vulnerabilities are a little less. But I agree. I want to see him at 135 because obviously he just came into the division. We just talked about not crowning people early. I feel
Yeah.
you. But no, man, his adaptability, it's just like less vulnerabilities. The least amount of vulnerabilities probably out of everybody there, bro.
Yeah, we
Tank got
want to
that one
see
hitter quitter, though.
those multi-dimensional styles. Well, the different styles that he's going to face will, build him up to be a great fighter in the other weight classes. If he fights Haney, he's fighting a pure boxer. If he fights Shakur, he's fighting an elusive southpaw. If he fights Tank, he's fighting a guy with power. You get what I'm saying? So he's going to be set up to be a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh, my
hell
bad.
yeah.
Somebody try to join. Did I miss somebody? Somebody trying to join? My bad.
No doubt, bro. I agree with that, man. What was I about to say? Yeah, yeah. I just gotta see him at 35 first. I gotta see this fight versus this Yoshino guy. See how he looks. See how good he's
Yeah.
gonna be. I think it'll
Arguably,
be good though.
Shakur will be better because he says that he feels stronger, but they all say it.
Yeah, they all said. Yeah, you're right, bro. They all do say it.
Tycho said he's worried about his chin. Hold on. My bad. I was trying to highlight that comment. I've never seen him get hurt. And I think he would do well trying to avoid like big punches if he does get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think he's around the right people to teach him all of these things. Andre Ward, Terence Crawford. Like, he's around the right people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we don't know how good his fucking chin is, man, because he's never been clipped. He's never been hit like that. It's so hard
Right?
for people to hit him. But till the day happens, we don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see, Tycho. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, people didn't know how Floyd's chin was going to be, but then we see him get hit, and Floyd's chin is not
Oh,
underrated, but
Floyd has a great chin, man.
great fucking
No,
chin. He got
I'm not
fucking
a
hit.
big Floyd
You know what I'm
fan,
saying?
but he has a great chin, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Shane Mosley rocked his ass with a big ass right hand, and I was like, damn. He took that shit and then did it perfect adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Held on and continued to fight, and then dominated the fight. So, you know what I'm saying? You never know. So we can't say his chin is weak because it hasn't been tested, but you never know if he does have a chin and knows how to adjust.
Yeah, man. I see Floyd get caught flush by many fighters, bro. He has a good chin. Zab Judah, Manny Pacquiao, fucking
Maidana.
Shane Mosley, Madonna. He survived all those guys, man. He has a good chin, man. He has good recovery time as well, bro.
Yeah. So, because a lot of people are like, well, we don't know what his chin is about, but we also don't know if his chin is solid. So until it happens, we never know. So I think it's one of those things. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because the way that he looks, the style that he fights, it seems like he has a solid chin. Like some people they have a different a certain style because they want to avoid getting hit. You know what I'm saying? They're more like, that's what I tell people. If you don't have power, you usually throw punches in combinations, right? If you don't have a really good chin, you usually move around in the ring. So usually, like, try to avoid fights and try to avoid being in a fight. So, but yeah, give me a second, guys, because I'm trying to set up the new broadcast. This one's going to end. I'm gonna set up a new one, and I'll be back in a little bit. So, give me about 12 minutes. So in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna go try to smoke and then come back. Just want to chill.
All right, bro. Where
All right.
the other dude left or what?
Yeah, Hyphy and Big Cecil left. But I told you guys a little while ago. I put it in the chat that we had like 30 minutes because of
All
this
right, then, Kaz.
AVMX. How you like it? How you like this
Dude,
shit?
it's a
It's
good
dope,
ass
right?
setup. It's a good setup, bro. I'm
Yeah.
jealous that you get to play that game, man. I want that game so bad.
Yeah, I mean the it's gonna take a little bit of time for it to come out on console,
Yeah.
but on PC is dope.
All right, Kazi, take your time, bro. Maybe I'll pop back in.
Okay, no worries. I'll be right back. Well, it's gonna end, so I'm just gonna let the clock run out, and then I'm saying we'll get back to a new stream in a little bit. Yeah, Big Cecil. That's dope, man. That's dope. I'm glad you're out with your peoples. At least, you know what I'm saying? I saw you post a video, I think. Yeah, I don't know if it was a video or if you were on stream. I think it was a video you posted. But yeah, I'm gonna start a new one. Please get the likes up if you didn't. Salute to everybody. I'll see you in a little bit. Yo, I'll be back. I'm gonna end this one. Thank you. See you in a little bit. I'm gonna go smoke, set up the new one, and we'll be right back. Right back in action. Let's go.